Alright, so here's the thing. I love reading your comments. I love reading each and every single one of them. You see, there are plenty cool video ideas down there. There are a lot of constructive criticism out there which I can learn from and which I have gotten better at. And then there is this sheer love that you all support and you all show this channel, and that is something which just keeps me humble. That is something which just keeps me growing and getting a lot of things done. But then there are these times, there are these moments when I do find a comment or two that just makes me want to start rolling and rant and talk about a few things that I should be addressing which I haven't in the past, or I haven't in a very long time. Gentlemen, if there are these five things that affects your style, 5 things that affects your personality psychologically, then I think I should address it. I think you all should be aware, you all should know it by heart. So let's talk all about it. Let's help you be a better man. Gentlemen, my name is Mayank Bhattacharya. This is Men's Essentials. Let's roll the intro. Okay, so here's the thing. The need of this video is something that I haven't been discussing or talking a whole lot more about this channel, and I thought that somebody should actually talk about these few things that actually make you look a whole lot more uglier than what you actually are, because these things aren't directly related to the outfit you wear or the style you choose to have in your personality, but these things are very psychological, and these things are affecting your mindset and your overall growth towards being a better man. Now, what is the number one thing? What is the very obvious thing in the list? Well, it is your mindset, it is your thought. Are you actually wanting to be a better man? Are you genuinely trying to learn a few things to help you be a better man? If you don't have the mindset to learn, if you don't have the thought process to become your best damn version, then guess what? No matter how many videos you watch here, or no matter how many Alpha M videos you watch on Aaron's channel, this is not going to help. These videos are not going to help. None of us are going to help you be your better self if you are not willing to make the change on yourself by yourself. Gentlemen, you have to change your thought process. You have to change your mindset with it. If you really want to be a better man, you have to start accepting a few flaws. You have to start opening up to new challenges and new decisions that you're going to make in life. You have to try and experiment a few things, and you have to be willing to make the change. That is if you want to be the change. The second most ignorant, the second most irrelevant attitude that screws up your handsomeness, that makes you look a whole lot more uglier than what you actually are, is your I know it all attitude. Your for granted, forsaken, your oh my god, I am the smartest, the handsome guy around, I don't need to do shit kind of attitude. Gentlemen, that is not going to take you any far. That is not going to help you become a better man. You see, if you really think you know everything about style, fashion or grooming that there is, then you shouldn't be even watching these videos, you shouldn't be even commenting, you should be doing something great, you should be actually living your apparent great life. But guess what? You're not. You're still trying to put yourself out there, winning these keyboard wars, which will not going to take you any further, which is not going to do you any long-term good. Now, if you do want to become a successful man, if you do want to become an alpha gent, then guess what? You have to be willing to make the change, like I said in the very first point, and you have to let go of this oh my god, I know it all attitude. That is not going to progress things any further. Moving on, the third most ignorant thing, the third most annoying thing that you can do to psychologically affect your style or to psychologically damage your personality or style is your dumb intellect. You're just not willing to put in the work to be a smarter version of yourself. You don't know what to talk, you don't know who to talk to, you don't know how to talk, you don't know how to communicate, you don't know anything about the basic human behavior, which we'll talk about in the point number 4, but it's just about your pseudo non-existing intellect. Gentlemen, you have to work on your intellect. You have to be an intellectual man. If you aren't, then you're not going to be a progressive man. You're not going to think things on a broader scale. You're not going to progress in life any better. I mean, the kind of comments I read in the comment section and the kind of words that you may use, or the kind of sentences or the statements that most of you, not most of you, some of you, like 0.1% of you choose to make, it's just really surprising to see that you actually have so much time to write in so much nonsense but just not work on yourself in being a better man. Gentlemen, don't be so intellectually dumb. Be wise, be smart, go out, read a book, live a life, be a better man. Now this of course brings me to the fourth most important psychological mistake that you all are making, is that you don't know how to talk, you don't know how to communicate. Everything on top of this head is absolutely blank in your head. I mean, that should not be the case. Gentlemen, you should be socially aware. You should have the basic know-how of how to communicate with someone, be it a man or a woman. You should know what to talk, you should know how to talk, and you should be able to understand someone's emotion, you should be able to understand someone's behavior, and you should be in a position or in a place to give it back to someone if they are really getting on your nerves. You should be able to do all of these things stably, socially, consciously. Now, if you are on either of these extreme sides where you are way too introvert or way too extroverted, case 1 where you don't listen anything, you just talk, and case 2 where you don't talk anything, you just listen and keep everything inside you, then things aren't going to be progressive. You aren't going to be a good communicator in general. I mean, I kid you not when I tell you this. I have genuinely met some people who just can't keep quiet for shit. I mean, I would rather pay them to keep quiet than talk anything, and they are just out there talking their brains out, irrespective of the words being of no value or having no weight in general. Gentlemen, a wise man does not talk as much as anyone else. A wise man, a good man, a successful man is a good listener. He listens to a lot of things, he experiences life, and he uses it in his advantage to talk and make sense when he's supposed to and when he wants to, not all the time without any common sense. And the other guy, the introverted one, the one that I was, the one who doesn't talk, the one who never talks or never expresses himself, well, that's very dumb and annoying too, because you're not expressing your emotions, you're not letting anyone else know how do you feel about something, what's your point of something, what's your perspective in a few things, and then being totally unaware of your decision or your actual needs or wants. This third party makes their own call, and that affects you in long term. That kind of makes you sad, disheartened, and you want to break your head. Don't be on either of the spectrum. Find a balance and be a good communicator, be a good listener in general. But hey, lastly, the fifth one, and probably the most important and the most ignorant and the most neglected psychological mistake that most of you all are making, irrespective of the fact that the first 4 mistakes weren't that obvious to most of you, because I know for a fact that you all are smart, you all are handsome, but this fifth one is something that even I make from time to time, and that is just being plain lazy. Yes, just being plain lazy, just not willing to put in the work, just not willing to put in the effort in being a better man, in being an alpha man, in being a leader, in being a good communicator, in being good at emotions, in being good at logic, in being good at making money, or in just being good at life. We all get lazy, we all start taking life for granted, we all start taking our style for granted. We don't want to put in the effort to look good. Why? Just because we are not in the mood to do that. We are not willing to put in the effort to groom ourselves, right? Why? Because we are just not in the mood to do that. Gentlemen, you will never be in the mood to do something that you are not used to. You see, you have to put yourself out there, you have to pull yourself out of your comfort zone and do things that you haven't done before to get things that you haven't ever got before. If you really want to have $1 million, then you have to do things that you haven't done in the past to make that $1 million, or else you'll be sitting with the money that you have and the lifestyle that you currently live. I have been lazy from time to time. I still lose track of a few things. I still lose my motivation from time to time, and I do feel lazy. I mean, that's one reason I have decided to come on the 20th floor of my building and shoot this video for you, because I was being lazy in my office, procrastinating and postponing this video. So I am trying to do anything I can whenever I get a hint of it, that okay Mayank, you're not supposed to be lazy, you're not supposed to be ignoring, you're not supposed to be playing that victim card. You have to go out and take some massive actions, just like you have to go out and take some massive actions, be it your style, life, grooming, social, whatever it be. It's your call, it's your life, you have to do it for yourself. I hope this video helps. I hope this video motivates you a fair bit to go out and start doing things like the way you haven't done them in the past. My name is Mayank, gentlemen. That's where I'll end it, that's where I'll conclude it. I'll see you in the next one. Rest up, stay strong, stay stylish. Jai Hind.